Good morning, everybody. This is Patrick MontesDeOca with the live trading room for the Equity Management Academy. On this segment, what I would like to do is to review the weekly report that was published on February 27th, which was last Friday, anticipating basically the activity or the action for this week. And what I want to do is basically take a look at the signals and see what the market has done since last Friday, as the algorithms were basically guiding us mathematically. On the left here, on the top left, you have the gold chart. And this is the daily contract for April gold, and below that we have the daily algorithms, which we'll get into and show you how we use the daily algorithms along with the weekly algorithms, which is this commentary that was published on February 27th, and basically how we use this intelligence to identify trading opportunities. On Friday, the 27th, the April gold futures contract closed at 12.14. The market closing below the 9-day moving average of 12.39 was giving us confirmation that the weekly trend momentum was bearish. But it also tells you that a close above the 9-day moving average of basically 12.39 would negate this bearishness short-term trend to neutral. The weekly momentum indicator is the algorithm that we use excuse me, to identify the weekly pivot point or the weekly metrics that identifies for us the change of the trend from up to neutral to down. And with the market closing at 12.14, which was above the 12.08, it confirmed that the price momentum was beginning to build a bullish pattern. But it also tells you that if we were to close below 12.08, then this bullishness would be negated to neutral. And then the weekly price indicator tells us where to cover the position if you take the short side. And it tells you here basically that if you go short, to cover shorts on corrections at the 1196 to 1178 levels. During the weekend to reverse and go long. The market just happens to be trading at 1196.40, so it's triggering a weekly buy signal at the buy one level for the gold market. And it's telling you that this area between 1196 to 1178 should be an area where you cover your shorts and reverse and go long. And if you go long, to use the 1178 as your stop level for the week. And the way that we look at this algorithm is basically that once you activate the long signal, which is being done right now, as you can see the chart on the left, and the market is trading at 196.30, you activate right away the objective or the target, which is the momentum indicator, the VC price weekly code of 12.08. So right away, this activates along at 1196. You got to stop at 1178, and your first target is 12.08. If the market closes above 12.08, basically the trend turns up, and the next objective is the upper levels of resistance of sell 1 and sell 2, and this tells you clearly look to take some profits on longs as we reach the 12.26 to 12.38 levels during the week. So what this algorithm on a weekly basis, which was published Saturday basically, you receive this information and you already know and prepare your trades that if the market comes down, if you're neutral to these levels of 1196.78, you should be activating basically a long position, covering your shorts and going long. So the chart on the left in gold here, these lines that you see are basically the daily algorithms. And the spreadsheet that you see below with the colored sections here are the algorithms that our subscribers receive the night before for tomorrow's trading. This was published last night, and it basically told you that the market closing at 1201 was slightly bearish, and that you should look to cover your positions at about buy 1 level, and it tells you right here at 1197, and buy 2 at 1192. And we have triggered basically that B1 level earlier this morning. The 1197 was the B1 level. The low was 1195.80. So you're coinciding the daily algorithms here in the gold market with the weekly algorithms. And that is a very, very strong signal. It's a high probability that because the daily signals, the daily algorithms are basically synchronizing with the weekly algorithms, that it is a high probability signal that these levels more than likely are going to hold, and the swing trade projects a rally back up to that 1238 sell 2 level objective for the rest of the week, and as we basically come into next week. On Saturday, we will publish the new market letter that will tell you what to do the coming week, and the specific numbers very much like you see here. So let's take a look at basically the silver market and see pretty much what we can anticipate. You're looking at the silver market here. We're using basically the 15-minute bar chart, and we use the daily algorithms that you see below to trade and swing trade short term. And we've been able to pretty much successfully capture the market. This low was made at 1605, and basically coming in last week, it told you that if we go below 1653, market closing at 1662, the closing at below the 9-day moving average of 1698 was slightly bearish. So we had an indication of a potential little bearish momentum. But it also tells you that if we close above 1698, which is your trigger point for the uptrend acceleration, you know basically when that will happen. The weekly momentum indicator with the market closing basically above the 1653 was slightly bullish, but it also tells you that a close below 1653, it would negate this bullishness signal to neutral. And if it does come down into a short position below 1653 and it triggers a short, that you want to cover the short on corrections at the 1616 to 1571 levels and go long with a 1571 stop. The first target, if you go long here, which is what the silver market is triggering, in fact, we tested this level last night, and the daily signals that you see were telling us that we want to buy one at 1603 all the way down to 1589. So these are the blue lines that you see here telling you specifically the buy one level at 1603. And the B2 level was as low as 1589. We activated a buy. We text our subscribers to buy at the market, and we basically executed once the market moved above the code, just to get a little more confirmation. And we automatically knew that the first target was 1633. The market came into that target this morning at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, and we exited the position with a profit of $1,695 profit on 2 contracts. One of the things that we do in this room here, in this live trading room at the Equity Management Academy, is that we trade our own algorithms. These are proprietary algorithms, and we are teaching real traders that are interested in real, transparent, and accurate information, basically, to use these algorithms for your own benefit. We are not brokers. We are basically intelligence providers, and we provide a level of intelligence that allows you to basically benefit based on your personal situation. So the way to identify the signal is that once the price crosses the code, that you go neutral, and if the market closes below that code now on the next bar close, that it activates a short. And in fact here it activated a short right after we took profits, and it certainly is meeting the target now below, coming back down to that 1619 area. We choose basically not to follow the short side of the market, as the market seems to be moving to higher levels, and we do anticipate that once the sell 2 level is broken of 1650 for the silver market, that it will begin to activate the next higher level in fractal in price, which could be up to that 1750 to 18 level area. So the path of least resistance basically is buying corrections into the high probability areas that we have been able to identify basically as the areas of 16 to 1589 in silver on a daily basis, and the weeklies are trading at 1616 to 1571. It's also telling us that if we do go long at these levels, that first of all, use the 1571 as your stop, and look to take profits starting at 1653, 1699, and 1736 on the upper end of resistance for the rest of this week and for the coming week. If we were to close above 17 or 1699, it would ignite a major acceleration to the upside, as the close would be above the 9-day moving average that we use to activate the long-term, the short-term to intermediate trend. So we seem to be in the gold market and in the silver market in an area of support based on using the weekly indicators, the weekly algorithms that we use, as well as the silver market. And so we will continue to bring you up to date here on a weekly basis. Every Thursday at 10:30, we will have a live webinar analysis. And if you so would like to get in contact with me, no obligation, you feel free to call me at 805 area code 418-1744, or you can email me at support@ema2trade.com. Once again, this is Patrick MontesDeOca. Until next week, my friends, good trading.